just couldn't figure it out. They put it up and then they took it down.
It's so wild.
What do you mean, Sector 1? I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Well, I also did notice in the second episode, did you listen to it on iTunes?
I did.
Did you notice that part where it cut out the gorgeous comment
there was
that
a
your
cut.
dad? Yeah.
I know.
I think it's
We're just in new territory. I'll say
corporations trying to get you to say, hey, you have to sign with us, Mr.
that one weirded me out because I'm gonna have to listen back to the one before I uploaded. This lights my brain up. As a millennial, I've gone through technical hell my whole life. This is just what we're supposed to do. We battle the robots.
We go to war.
We go to war with the robots, and I've been
Okay.
doing it since I learned how to use a computer. But this one was top 3 for sure in terms of just like you do 4 hours to make the problem go away, and then right when you make the problem go away, you're presented with a totally new problem that's twice
God.
as big. It was so weird. Biggest savior was a new website called Buzzsprout. I'll shout that out. We should be sponsored by them. They are awesome. Best podcasting upload website I've ever experienced.
Okay, so break that down because I don't even understand what that means.
Buzzsprouts. Buzzsprouts. When you want a platform to get all your podcasts out and not have robots confused, it's Buzzsprouts. Buzzsprouts. Ooh. We just did a little commercial for them. I like the last part. Buzzsprout.
And the hand gesture, it's all about the gestures that you do.
I know, but we're just staying audio because we only want Chris and Dex to see the real show. I'm a spaz. That would be from 1967. That's bitchin'. You're a spaz. In 5th grade, I don't know if I've told you this, but I decided to try to create a catchphrase, because it was bitchin' and all that kind of stuff. So in 5th grade, I just started saying, out of sight. Oh, that'd be out of sight. It's kind of like from the 50s. I swear to God. 3 months later, start hearing other 4th grade dudes. Oh, I'd be out of sight, out of sight. So come and get some is our latest catchphrase.
Where did you get out of sight from originally?
I'm not sure. I think it's like from Dennis the Menace. It feels like 1958, maybe from Brad Carvey. Out of sight. You was still bitching when you were growing?
It was bitchin', rad, awesome.
Rad.
That's so rad.
Yeah, I never.
Like, oh my God, it's rad.
80s.
And then
80s.
Dex, what was some of the
Tight.
It's so tight.
That's tight. That's tight.
That's the number one. Cool's held forever. Everyone loves cool.
Cool
Yeah.
lasts
great.
forever.
Cool is cool.
Calling people dude has lasted forever.
Dude's
Although
actually
now,
survived. I
Now,
always thought dude would go
now
away.
the
Never
new
did.
one is, hey brother. Hey brother.
Brother,
I
don't
hate
know.
that.
That sounds like your bit about the guy. That's
brother.
Thanksgiving.
If I'm working on something, if there's some big dude and he wants to patronize me, it's like, hey, FYI, brother, you gotta table that. Hey, brother, that's not where we park. All right, brother. So it's kind of like, don't say brother. Tell me to park and tell me to fuck off, but don't say, hey, bro. And bro is also like,
Bro
hey,
is huge down here.
Bro is huge.
And I like bros across the board. Everyone uses it.
yeah.
Everyone
You got
uses
Armenians,
bro.
got Russians, surfers, rap dudes.
Everyone
uses
uses,
bro.
females use dude.
Females use dude a lot
To
now.
call
How do
each
they
other.
use it?
And they use it towards guys.
Like
Great.
women to women, I'll go, dude, did you hear?
Really?
Yeah.
Woman to woman?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
I've been called a
Dude
dude
is
by
all-
a man.
Hey,
They're like,
yep.
dude.
Oh, that's normal.
That's kind of cool. I think this is more of a spiritual one I've seen a lot lately. Instead of goodbye, if you're working or whatever, they say, I appreciate you. Have you gotten that
Oh,
one?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Russian. That's definitely what started.
I
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, G.
Yeah, that's Russian?
Oh, yeah. Go to any smoke shop. Oh, bro, appreciate you for the tip, G. Always that. My G, my bro. Yeah.
And that's a Russian?
Russian way
Yeah.
of saying it.
Yeah.
We can say, hey, bro, what's up?
Hey, bro,
It's all
bro.
over the place.
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, right. Hey, you're rad, and you're a dude, bro. And you don't even need a sentence anymore. Anyway.
Wasn't like Boston wicked? Didn't they used to say wicked?
It's wicked smart. Yeah, he's wicked smart.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Boston's the coolest. though.
Boston's
I
the
love
coolest.
Boston.
Wicked.
Yeah. Yeah. And these Boston comedians. You know what drives me nuts? Lampshades. Put a fucking sheet on it. The lampshades. What's your net worth? 200, 300 million large. I got a house, Toronto. I got a beach house in Hawaii. I got convertible stocks. I got a 20 million in muni bonds. I got a little taste, a little castle in Austria. But you know what drives me out of my fucking mind? Baseball caps. All these guys wearing a baseball cap. What, you got a pitcher's glove? You gonna play baseball? With your baseball cap? Huh? Net worth? About 275 million. Anyway. Yeah. So I wanted to do this. Hopefully we've started. And our theme song for now, and you can call me and, we'll work out a fee. For now, our theme song is Can't Buy Me Love by the Beatles.
I love that theme song.
Played by an orchestra. But at some point, I'm going to get a call. Hey, brother, FYI, I'm from Apple Records, and you got to license that, bro. I don't know if that'll happen. I think,
we'll just call Sir Paul.
Oh, I don't mind it. It's right. I mean, it's a festive thing. They have techie problems. They don't know where the screws are. And the robots are going, hold on. What's all this? They took it off. What do you think, Robody? I don't know. There's two of us? I guess so. They programmed us. You're a robot, I'm a robot. But, if they want to use it, we used all kinds of things. And Yoko and everybody.
Dana's my grooviest friend.
A few of our grooviest friends, I know. I did leave out from last week, welcome to Non Sequitur Theater, where there's no exact through line. We all have it. ADD.
No, we're wild.
My therapist told me I had attention deficit disorder, and I said, look, a butterfly, I got to tie my shoe. What did you say?
Dex, that was so good, Dex.
That was
That felt good.
excellent.
I'm getting better.
My therapist said I was passive aggressive. I said, well, you've known me 10 minutes. I've known me 60 years, but you're probably right. My therapist said I had anger issues. I said, fuck you. My therapist said I was a procrastinator. I said, can we talk about this later? My therapist said I was paranoid. I said, who said that? This podcast celebrates itself we're up to 644 in North America. We haven't heard from our overseas stations yet. This is Roger That. I always thought it'd be a funny guy, a British guy named Roger That. Roger That, Roger That. This is Roger That with the BBC News. And in the fantastic podcast, Dana Carvey, Chris Rios, and Dex Carvey, engineer and producer, have not gotten the exact metrics for their podcast, but as of this writing, we know at least 17 people have heard it, and 13 have enjoyed it quite much. That was the thing about I don't see myself as a review guy, because I think critics kind of go, he's just being silly. I don't even know. He just makes voices. Until I did Howard Stern and explained there was a method to my madness, my brain made me happy. But thank you, iTunes people, the 144 that first came up and gave us 5 stars and said nice, smart things about the show, what we're going for. Speak much. Yeah, you got a goggle before you do a podcast. You got to make sure your lips are moving. Thank you, Jay. We'll see you at NASCAR. So I got those reviews, and it was so nice. And then the robots took them away, and they're in purgatory. They literally can't come back. But then new reviewers came in. I think we're up to 40 or 50. So keep them coming. And
I read some of them, and I felt like it was exactly what you are aiming for with your podcast, that they're just have a seat at the table, just listening to you.
Yes, and that's why I repeat things a lot, like, which I'll do in a minute or after our first guest. But I like doing something funny and then analyzing it and talking about, like the way you do in real life. So Dex keeps reminding me, being in his 20s, that this is the show. Because I still have I can go to, like, we got to prepare it and put on a show. Because that was from the, Sinatra didn't come out without his toupee.
Right.
This is how I look, ladies and gentlemen. Now they're going to put my toupee on. But this is the show. And so today we're going to have my former assistant, who's now a mom in the Michigan suburbs, Julie May, who became my assistant on the Dana Carvey show and then worked with me for like 15 years. And we'll call her in a sec. And once again, the robots are going crazy. And Obama would be like, Dana, I'm ready to go on. It's my week, right? You had the sister, not again, right? You had her 2 times. I'm actually having my former assistant, who's a housewife from Detroit. Instead of the former president of the United States, you're having a former assistant. Is anyone helping you with the podcast, Dana? Do you have someone you can talk to somewhere? Because this shit, it's not going to fly. This is a bunch of doggy-doo. But if you want to do that, not have me, would aggregate a lot of views, but have somebody who lives in Michigan, that's your protocol. Michelle, I'll be right there. Just give me a second. Nope, not doing the podcast. I'll be with you. But I suggest you sit with yourself and ask yourself a question. Am I doing the right thing on the Dana Carvey podcast? And why is it called Fantastic? When does it start? What's with the music? Who's the assistant? Or the person across the Anyway,
Aggregate.
Aggregate. That's... See, can do comedy. So, what do you guys think?
You need a vaccination service announcement from Tony Fauci.
I'm Tony Fauci, and believe me, I got stuck a month ago, and if you look at the tape, it's on YouTube, I didn't flinch. A lot of guys flinch, or they look away like Marco Rubio, like a little nursery school baby with a dirty diaper. He couldn't look at the guy. I said, stick me. I looked right at the needle going in, and believe me, I didn't feel a thing. Go fuck yourself. Excuse me, Dr. Fauci, did you mean to say go fuck yourself? Why? That's how I talk. You know, I'm a tough guy. All 3 of me. I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. Knuckle sandwich? That's from 1954. 1951, I invented it. I gave a lot of sandwiches out. Let's put it this way. A lot of the kids in the neighborhood were well fed. Not with food, but with my knuckle sandwich. Oh, I love Fauci. And I love this catchphrase, go fuck yourself. I've talked about that. I see him as a tough guy.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
I just think you wouldn't want to cross him.
No.
I don't want to hear another fucking word about how we can't get the vaccine out. Freeze it to 70 below and stick it in their arm. What's the rocket science? I'm Tony Fauci. Go fuck yourself. He runs out of air and he just says it anyway. I'm the head of the epidemiological. Even I don't know the name of the organization I'm head of. It's something dabba-dooba. I've been studying virus since I was in diapers. They're bad motherfuckers. Now he's really swearing. All right. I'm really punchy today because I want to announce that I just finished working on a secret project. I'm making sure my co-conspirators. I'm sworn to secrecy, but I will tell you fairly soon what the secret project was. But I'd worked on the secret project, and then I drove with my trusty driver, Jesse, former county sheriff. He's always packing heat, you know. I think I'm going to work on my gun for a while. You know. I'm going to go buy some shells and sugar bear. And he's a dog lover. And we're driving a pretty long drive, so I just started trying to do Redneckies.
People love Redneck.
I know. Jeff Edgars of the Washington Post, who writes a lot of their big exposés, who I've corresponded with over the years, and I just never was in the mood to do a thing. So anyway, he just said, really loves it, loves the disorganized Brad Pitt inspired impression.
People love that
and
too.
then he said, Rednecky is everything, and I have some ideas.
Oh.
So he already wants me on tour in a fat suit.
Well,
I don't know.
Someone had said to me, a friend said, which might how many fans do we have? You said 632?
Known fans. Hello, I'm Roger That from the BBC. Dan Agani's fantastic podcast is now officially got minus views. Scientists are studying how they actually have -0 views. We'll be right back. I'm Roger That. Go ahead.
One of my friends had an idea that you could do, have one of our 631 fans, or 630 now, right? 'Cause we're
Yes.
maybe write in some
Yes.
Rednecky jokes, and
Yes.
then you would pick one, and
Yes.
they'd win.
We would
I don't
write
know.
them down and
They'd
put
win a hat.
We'd yeah, come and get some T-shirts.
Yes,
We'll make some
exactly.
T-shirts.
And he also said that you could do that. They could do that for a Johnny Carson drink and,
Yes.
and restaurant too.
Sorry, officer. I didn't know I was swerving. I had a tomato boom boom at the Sleeping Bunny. That tomato boom boom Sleeping Bunny. I'm sorry. That's it. That's what does it for me in my life. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of these. Then I'm gonna call Julie May.
Okay.
Per our show, she's going to pick up her son from school, so she's on a time constraint. I told you, Dana, you can't have the housewife. They got to have the kids. They're busy. I'm just here. Kids growing up. Michelle, no. Michelle, I'll clean that up. I'll do it. No, I made a sandwich. Sorry. Just leave it out. Don't worry. Nope, I didn't touch the fruit salad. I don't know why the top's off of it. Honey, Michelle. Dana, we're just together all the time. Before I was president, we had kids, so there was a natural separation. Now we're just in each other's face, and it's a little tense. I love her, but Michelle, what? No, there's ice cubes on the bottom drawer. No, the freezer's on the bottom of this house. We've got a lot of homes, and yeah. No, I'm good. All right, anyway, Dana, if you can find a professional person to help you, podcast might have a chance. Thank you. And by the way, if you want to do a Barack Obama impression, word package in the Dana Carvey podcast, because it gets you in that podcast. So here's me driving across the desert, and I'll do some that I recorded live. I'll just do a few because this is going to be a long Rednecky episode. My goal is to get people sick of it. That's too much. We can't take that. Let me start out with some that I just wrote. I asked my mama. Oh, I'm here, Rednecky, the Redneck Comedian. I got to warm up with the original turlet. You ever crap so big you don't know flush down that turlet? Come and get some. Okay. I asked my mom. These are intentionally bad, folks. I asked my mama what's for dinner. She says roadkill. I said, what kind? She says, I got to take a drive. Come and get some. Not bad. Oh.
This was in the car you were coming up with these?
Oh, yeah, and I have many more. I'll show you one. I'll just play one and see if it comes through because they're kind of fun when you hear. I'll put it on my phone.
You want to put it on the mic?
I'll put it on the mic.
Let's put it on the mic for this one.
Put it on the mic for this one. Okay, because we can do the other thing too. Okay, let's see if people can hear it. I'm holding up my phone for you, those of you driving or at the store. Hi, this is Roger That with a special camera at the Dana Carvey. Fantastic podcast. He's holding the phone to the microphone and playing something he recorded being driven by a man named Jesse about Rednecknecky, the Redneck Comedian. Let's see, this one is okay.
My grandpa liked heavy-set women. My grandma was like that Lionel Richie song. She was once, twice, 3 times a lady. Come on, get some.
Okay, that was one. This one I like, and it's so dry, though. Hopefully, should we do it Bluetooth?
Yeah, let's connect it.
All right, let's connect it. You'll hear, what you doing, Dana Carvey, while we do this technical part. If you hear, what you doing, Dana Carvey, it's either an edit or what are you doing, Dana Carvey? And we'll tell the story of these cute little girls and have them on at some point. But, so, you got the little girls, but they don't ever come on? Okay. That's just 101.
Give it a go.
Michelle! See, now I'm coming on to that. is the
I
funniest
love
part.
it. It's that you're always calling.
And it's
or she's
getting into all
always
these
bugged
details.
with him. I love that. Too.
Michelle, I will clean it up. No, just a dust broom. I can do it. Don't touch it. Dear, please. Come on now. I will. Dana, I'll be honest with you. We love each other, but we're in each other's face way too much. I got to go to Beijing or pretend to be president or something. Just get out of the house. I'm practicing my putting in the living room, but I'm not going to work. What? Well, sometimes I can't even speak words. Blah, blah, blah. All right, here we are. This one, a little dry, so I don't have to hold it up?
See if it works.
See if it works.
Bit into a candied apple.
Oh,
and
shit. I didn't have the volume up. Here we go.
My grandpa went to a county fair, bit into a candied apple, and his false teeth came off right on it. He gave it back to him. They said, no problem. We can sell it half off. Come and get some.
So
My
grandfather, my grandpappy bit into a candied apple. False teeth came right off. He gave it back. They said, don't worry, we can sell it half off. Come and get some. Can you hear it as well?
Yes.
I'll do it both.
Okay.
The other day I was, let me get into it. I'm Rednecknecky, the Redneck Comedian. I'm Rednecknecky, we're getting a little catering now. Thanks, Tom. I love this sneaking. That was awesome. I'm Rednecknecky, the Redneck Comedian. The other day I was walking barefoot in the grass. I stepped in a cow pie and yelled, oh shit. I wasn't mad. I just wanted mama to come and get some. I once dated I'm Rednecknecky, the Redneck Comedian. I met a redneck girl. I said, where you from? She said, Creeping Rash, Mississippi. I said, how are the folks down there? She said, itchy. Come and get some.
Itchy.
Oh, my grandpappy invented the phrase dollar to donuts. Every time he got a buck, he bought a donut. He died at 47. Come and get some. These are all just riffed in the car. This one, I'll play this one, see if this is funny, played over the phone. Okay, here we go.
We ate so much fried food, Daddy'd have a heart attack during the first course, second course, and during dessert. Then he'd belch, light a cigar, and call it a day. Come and get some.
Anyway, it was a little garbled, but my grandpappy had a heart attack during the first course, second course, third course. He belched, light a cigar, and called it a day. Come and get some. I met a redneck girl. I said, where you from? She says, oozing sore Atlanta. I said, how are the folks down there? Dabbing cotton. Come and get some. Oh, and here's one that's way too long and really not. This is the worst one. This one, it's too much information. I don't know why I thought of it. It's Rednecknecky, the Redneck Comedian. I once, oh, man. Rednecknecky, the Redneck Comedian. I knew a redneck used a hot iron as a paperweight, so his house burned down. I said, how you doing? He says, great, got me a super paperweight. Maybe you should unplug that paperweight. Maybe you should shut your mouth. Come and get some. Sorry, that doesn't... That was way too long. That was ridiculous. That someone, he used a hot iron as a paperweight, burned down his house, but he was too stupid to know that it wasn't what he wanted. You know. Here's one that's politically incorrect. We can cut it out. What you doing, Dana Carvey? Let's see. Mama got dressed up for dinner. She said, how do I look? I said, you look like a beautiful, toothless whore. She said, thank you, son. Come and get some.
Thank you.
Thank you, son. Last night I drove... I'm Rednecknecky, the Redneck Comedian. Last night I drove to the Kitty Cat Club, not to see strippers, because Mama forgot her G-string. Come and get some. All right, let's call... Let me see here. I'll do later on if we have time,
Yes.
folks. I'm working on the Rednecknecky theme song. I have the music, but the lyrics are basically "Come and get some" with a couple. So I'll put that out. Then you also can come and help with lyrics. You know, life's a dance. You got to take a chance. You know, kind of that kind of stuff. It's sort of Dex. I was playing a little bit for him. He goes, "Oh, that's cool." He's kind of philosophically telling people to literally come and get some, like gobble up life. Yeah. I went to a redneck restaurant. What's the specialty? Trouser trout. Half trouser, half trout. I'm sorry. No. I went to a redneck steakhouse. I said, "What's the special?" They said, "Shit on a shingle." I had my medium rare. Come and get some. I'm Rednecknecky. Okay, all right. Let's call it. People liked it so much. I wanted them to get the comments. That's pretty good, but maybe you could do a little bit less next time. It's Emotional Robot. Okay, we're gonna try to call Julie May, who's my assistant here for many, many years, and about some of our crazy.
And the reason we know each other.
And Chris.
She introduced us.
Yes, she brought Chris over to cut my hair years ago. Burt Reynolds used to also go, "Oh, it was a million years ago," that kind of stuff. Now I'm doing it. You always sound like an old guy at some point. Here she is, Julie May.
Hello.
Is Julie there?
She's right here.
Wow. Interesting. Hey,
Hi.
Hi.
can you hear Chris?
Hi,
Chris?
happy birthday.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, that's right. It was your birthday.
was.
Oh, hold on a sec.
How was your birthday?
It was lovely. It was really nice.
Let me sing happy birthday to her as Rednecknecky. I'm Rednecknecky. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Happy birthday to you. Come on, get some. We've just been doing a lot of Rednecknecky, Julie. Let me tell.
I love him.
Let me tell her one. You think which one? I'll just try it.
I like the politically incorrect one.
Oh, a politically incorrect one. I don't know if you can use this. Mama got dressed up for dinner the other night. She says, "How do I look?" I said, "You look like a beautiful toothless whore." She said, "Thank you. Come and get some."
That's funny.
Oh, how about this one? I said, "Mama, what's for dinner?" She said, "Roadkill." I said, "What kind?" She says, "I got to take a drive. Come and get some."
Is that a laugh track? Wait, I heard what is that noise?
Well, we have a small bleacher of people here. No, that's a laugh thing we have, a machine.
It's over the phone. It sounds like something's wrong with my phone.
Oh, interesting.
Like it was all staticky, but it was really the laugh track.
It was really the laugh track. Take a Tylenol and have a glass of water. Sorry about that. So Julie May was my assistant. So we could talk for hours. So we're gonna specify a little bit and talk about some of our craziest flights. I should say that I'm kind of funny on an airplane. I don't trust the premise. And during those days, we were doing a lot of corporate dates and a lot of private jet flights. And I cleared it with my friend Al Gore. "That's all right, Dana. I fly private jets all the time, as long as you buy an offset." What's that? Someone plants a tree, and you're at 40,000 feet, leaning your chair back and say hello to Mrs. Mississippi. Whatever, I don't know. So illicit. I moisturize always. On a private jet, it's dry air. But, so...
There's a good bit.
There's
the moisturize that Gore bit.
Yes. I'm a Southern gentleman. I moisturize my buttocks out of thigh. I'll use emollients and sophophiles for stuff like. So let's see. Do you want to start with the time we're on these private jets. You want to start with the time I crawled up on all fours up the.
Crawled.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so we were.
That was from New Orleans, right?
Back into the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Back in it.
Late at night.
So we've got. It's not a private jet like like a Gulfstream. It's 5'8" cabin, so I was kind of crammed in there. No. It wasn't it, but it was
like how many seats?
It was probably 6
No,
seats.
it was a pretty nice plane at the time.
Right, but to paint the
Don't
picture,
you think it was like a Hawker 800?
probably a Hawker 800, meaning it's 6 to 8 seats. It's not gigantic. But I always say, after a while, when I first started, like Bill Gates sent me a private jet. My first one, you weren't on this one. He sent to do a gig for Microsoft, and it was like a Lear 20 or something. It was like from the 1970s. My head was, as you're seated, your head touches the roof. And the pilot got on, and he had cowboy boots. And so we took off from Van Nuys Airport in California, and then he just pulled like 10 G's and took this hard turn.
Oh my God.
And he said, "How'd you like them G's I gave you?" I was like, whoa. And then as I started going through the private jet thing, and I learned with you as well, I learned that, this one's okay. This is a Lear 55, but other ones have that ground proximity radar. Well, would you prefer that? Yeah, but we get by with, talking to the tower and stuff. So then I decided to never be on a budget when you're vertical. Never take the cheap jet. You can take a cheap car, but never take a cheap jet. So Julie and I did a corporate gig from New Orleans. It seemed late at night. I think you fell asleep, right?
I don't know.
Or you were kind of dozing. And I had a couple pops. I had a squawking pineapple with a splash of Grand Marnier. But I was fine. But then we hit this wicked turbulence coming into the coast. And I felt like it was so wicked I couldn't stand up. But I wanted to check in with the pilots. So Julie's kind of dozing. It's pitch black, middle of the night.
I think we were rocking for a while, right? Weren't we rocking for a while, and then it got really bad?
Really bad. So then I crawled up through the seats to the pilots on all fours. Now, they're up there. They always look like they were right out of flight school. Big ears, short haircuts, fresh-faced pilots,
22.
They always started flying at 7. I soloed at 7. So I just went up and I go, divert. Can you guys divert? Can we just get out of this storm?
Right,
You actually said
crawled up.
divert?
I crawled up
did.
and started yelling divert. They look at me like I'm a crazy monster, and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Carvey, what are you doing here?" And they said, "Well, there's a few chops on the West Coast, but everyone's going in." So I finally.
No, so what happened was you woke me up or whatever. You said you said I got to go up there. They're not telling us how unsafe this is, or something probably funnier.
Yeah. I would go for faux conspiracy. Like, they know it's bad. They won't tell us it's bad. They want out of this.
They think they can do this. I'm not going to tell you. He looks outside. He goes, "I'm not going to tell you what's going on out there, but it's really bad. I'll tell you. I might tell you one day." And then he goes to the bar. And he gives me gin and says, "Drink this."
Like medicine. Yeah, because it was pretty wild. But yeah, I would go to conspiratorial, funny mindset of like, they know. They want out of this too, and I'm going to give them permission to divert north to Eureka, California. Just go straight north to smooth air. Divert. Oh, excuse me. It was like they were Johnny Carson.
That was really
sorry,
funny.
Mr. Carvey. I didn't know we were bumping.
But that's
We had
when
a
it was
cumulus
really bad.
cloud up with a twist. Sorry, go ahead. That was bad.
When it wasn't even bad, you were funny like that.
Well, I always liked.
Like at takeoff, the first time
Yes.
that I had ever been on a private jet with you. You want to tell them the rest?
No, I want you to say it, and then I'll repeat it. What did I say?
Okay, so Dana would put his legs up in the air
Like
during the flight.
like the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz. So I'd be back and my legs would be up. Yeah.
Right, like in a sitting position, but
Yeah.
the legs were up. So as the flight took off,
Yes.
the beer would slowly go
Well,
into his mouth.
well-
He wouldn't be drinking it. It would go.
I would hold the beer to my bottom lip, and as the plane elevated and went at a slant, the beer would automatically pour itself. It wasn't even my idea. It was just the gravity of the liquid, right?
Yeah.
And that was like.
So then he'd look outside and he would call the jet a lady. When
Yes.
she was well behaved, she was a lady.
Well,
And he'd say, sit sweet for daddy.
Yes. Well, when we go down the tarmac, I would always say sit up, sit up, sit up. Because the plane, in a way, to me, it's gone. The front tires go up. It's like it's sitting up. And then it would be sit sweet for daddy. And then we'd try to get above cream. That'd be clouds. And then we'd be sitting pretty, right?
Sitting, but yeah. But you'd also ask her to sit sweet for daddy.
Does anyone
And
listening want to fly with me? But I know I'm being funny. But make sure they know that, Julie.
Yeah.
I know I'm being funny.
He just wanted me to laugh.
Yeah, I just wanted.
It would get him not thinking about the flight and takeoff.
Yes, it was
And
all.
I would be
and
cracking up.
I'd get Julie helpless with laughter, and that would calm me. Go ahead, next.
And then sometimes the plane would get a little rocky, and then he would she was naughty. The lady turned a little naughty.
Well, didn't I also use the B word when it was really rough?
She was naughty, and then she'd be like, "She's very naughty. She's a naughty bitch."
I'd say a naughty little bitch.
He does it funnier than I would.
No, but it's great coming out of you with that sort of vernacular. She's a naughty little bitch right now. Sit sweet for daddy. Let's sit. All this was just out of boredom and some kind of phobia, but it was fun. We just laughed really hard.
Right. Well, what was nice for me was that you did all the worrying for me, and when we'd fly commercial, I feel like you would do all the worrying for everyone on the plane. So it was like really kind of relaxing, and we'd laugh, and I would laugh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't stand up and do comedy for the people in coach because who are those people? Trust me, I flew coach my whole life, and then I got up in the pointy part, and I do. There's no weirder social sequence or whatever you want to call it in life of income inequality that when you're in first class, especially the old Virgin Americas, there was just 8 seats, gigantic, and you'd get in and sit there, and they'd bring you your cocktail, and then the hordes would come in, later on with rabbits and birds, kids. It was like they were like refugees going to the back. I know. Well, Look, I grew up poor. We'll get into that later. I talked about that last time. But
No, you were always nice to them when they'd walk by.
Oh, yeah.
To them.
And I tip well, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Thanks,
Sometimes
Jules.
you would tip double the bill.
Well, thank you.
Always
Hey,
there.
folks.
You taught me well.
Hey, folks, this wasn't my idea to bring up that. Whoa, I'm generous. Oh, thank you. Julie, that wasn't part of the script. We'll cut that out. What you doing, Dana Carvey? Can I talk about the time I made Kevin Nealon laugh the hardest?
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
So, folks, Kevin and I get a corporate date. We got to dress as Hans
That
and
was Toyota.
Jeez,
right?
Memory much? Okay. I'm a
I
little
know,
slow on
it's so bizarre.
But was it Chicago or?
It was Chicago,
Yeah.
Toyota gig.
Total gig. We're going to dress as Hans and Franz. They paid us, they paid enough it would sound like a truck backing up with cash. Doot, doot, doot. So we did it. Very blessed. And we opened for Cher. I remember that.
Right.
So we're up there. We're Hans and Franz. Your buttocks are like marshmallows. You're lucky I don't have a campfire here. All these jokes, And then Cher's coming toward us in the sequin, and she's looking fantastic. We're crossing Cher, dressed as Hans and Franz with the little wigs and the sweatsuits. And I looked at her and said, "Try to follow that." No, I didn't. I didn't say that. She's like, "That's half funny." So Julie was there. Julie, Kevin, and I go to get on a private jet that I would never, after the Bill Gates experience, I would always say, you can give me the money for the jet, but I'll get the jet. I'll pick the jet. So we got a Citation 10. It's just a gorgeous jet. It flies to 52,000. There are like 8 seats. It's luxury dripping beyond space and time. And the gig.
Well, also, we were flying almost across the country, so you wanted something that was
substantial.
And it was a great, gorgeous, beautiful jet. And I'm sitting next to Kevin, and it just hit him. It's not that funny. It just hit him. I said, he's having a drink, whatever. We're just relaxing. And I said, I'll be right back. I'm just going to hit the shitter. So then it's kind of a joke, the shitter. And it's,
So not you. To say something
Well,
like that.
'cause it's on a
such a fancy plane.
on such a fancy
I know,
plane.
it's
Let's go
so
hit
funny.
the shitter. You know, that's a Rednecknecky thing. Don't go
Exactly.
hit the shitter. So I went to the bathroom. I guess Kevin was either tired or slightly tipsy. Doesn't drink much. I came back, and he was still in his chair, helplessly laughing at the throwaway. I'm go hit the shitter. It's like this $60 million plane. That was the hardest I'd ever seen Kevin Nealon laugh. Mm-hmm.
And then there was a lightning storm, right?
We had
Far
all
away. We saw it.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes, we were above it, and it was just like lit up down there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's what I liked about that jet. It could go higher than any other jet.
Yeah, they come and ask you, we're going to go higher, miss this.
Oh, yeah, we'd be
Storm.
up, it'd be totally smooth, and you could look down at, commercial flights. They go, they're getting their ass kicked down there. Geez, where are you from?
True.
Mississippi. Everyone's rednecky. Well, this is when you're going to pick up Rylan, right?
Yeah, maybe. It depends. Plan is to pick him up, but I might not. It just depends.
Oh, you
How
mean
long this
oh, it's like Big Little Fires. What was that show? Yeah, you're gonna have
Big Little Lies.
Big Little Lies. You're gonna have Reese Witherspoon pick them up.
Right.
I got it.
Exactly.
So parenting. So Chris is. How did you guys meet?
Through Robert.
You want to tell him? You want to?
We met through Robert, and you met Robert. I can't remember.
Through Mike.
Through Mike, because you guys were assistants, right?
Well, Chris, I've known Chris a very long time, and I knew that you needed someone to cut your hair in L.A.
Yes.
because you were spending more time in L.A. and you rented the house in the Valley.
in Encino.
Was that the first time you cut his hair?
the first time I
Chris?
cut his hair was up
Yeah.
in Encino.
I
The
was
boys
doing-
were like little. Dex was like 9, I think. He was
Yeah.
in the pool.
I was doing Master of Disguise, a little thing I like to call Master of Disguise. It was for the children,
That
folks.
Rio loves.
It was a hybrid. It was one of the strangest kid movies ever made, where Robert Shaw from Jaws makes an appearance in this delightful children's film. Shark go in the water.
Well, you
Ice cream mango. Yeah.
Tell the audience listening that it was not meant to be a child's film, correct?
No, it was a regular PG-13 kind of whatever movie about this crazy family. And then at one point, which ended up probably being a good idea, this executive says to me, look, this should be a kid's movie, and we need a monkey and a kid in it. And it's he said it's an old Disney trick to put a monkey and a kid in it.
Really?
So
Was there a monkey in it?
no, what I did was me and Harris Goldberg, well, we and Dino Stephanopoulos, whatever, we had a kid in it, but we made it so over the top. His name was Brave Barney Baker. And the dog was called The Cuteness. So we wanted to do what that guy said, except even more so. So it made $40 million at the box office on a $15 million budget. In those days, it did $60 million in video. Hello, everybody. Call your accountants. Christ
I
sakes.
can't remember. Did they want it to be PG? They wanted it to be
Yeah. They just thought it was
rated
so.
less than it was.
It was so silly, and I don't. Today I've said a couple swear words, but I like bizarre, which can be PG.
Right.
So it was bizarre. The slapping dummy. You know, you always hit a man you hit the man with an open hand. You make your point, but you let him have his dignity. Yes, the slapping dummy. You like it, and the dryness of how do I turn into another person? The sacred mantra. What is the sacred mantra that will let me turn into another person? Here it is. Become another person. That's it. Yeah, become another person. Become another. So the show is very bizarre. I hear that kids, college kids have drinking games.
It's a cult favorite.
Yeah, whenever I change a character, they do a shot or something.
Rio loves it.
Really? That's a cult favorite?
Well, because Rio's gonna be 16, and all his friends all watch that movie. They say become another person.
Become another person. It's very
all the
dry,
time.
yeah.
And they also like what was he? The bad guy that would laugh and then fart after he's
Yeah.
done doing
Well,
his laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Since it was PG, I knew that they would want a fart joke, and I knew that I didn't like them, and it didn't. So I wanted to do an original fart joke. So I came up with the ... then the raspberry. So right when the bad guy,
An original one.
an original one that no one had done before. So right when the bad guy felt like his devious plans were working, he would windy pop, and then I wanted the camera just to hold for like a minute with the other guy, just awkwardly. So he'd be like, ha 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 ha, and then silence.
Well, that's Rye Kaplan's humor. He loves that.
Oh,
My little boy.
Kids love scatological. I mean, I got a laugh 300 times when I'd say to Dex and Tom, let's go to McDonald's and get some poopy McNuggets. Boom, it was over. Poopy McNuggets, that was so, you can use that. Well, Ryland's probably too old. They were probably 5 at that point.
He would still like it.
Yeah, tell him that, let's go, McDonald's has some new stuff on their menu. You can get some poopy McNuggets. Hold on a second. My friend Barack Obama wants to comment. Yes, Mr. President? Dana, it's not going anywhere right now. I mean, this podcast is a Dougie-do. You're doing fart jokes. No, there's no crazy flying stuff. Julie, what's going on? Do you talk to anybody about Michelle? I'll be there in a minute. Nope, just put the sandwich in the fridge. Put it in the fridge. No mayonnaise. Come on now. So Dana, you got. So this is our running gag today.
Put it in the. So, are you bringing your guitar onto the podcast?
I have it right here, and I could play it while you're on. I have an idea for a Rednecknecky.
Do you remember the Clinton song you wrote? That was really funny.
Oh, that was recorded. Yeah, I should find that, and we'll play that at some point. Yeah.
Chris would like that a lot. Chris,
yeah,
that will make you laugh.
She may have heard it, but this is what I did was because people like Rednecknecky so much that I decided to, and I had this little riff in my bag of nothing tricks, in my bag of wannabe tricks. It's a little fuzzy, or hold on, folks. Oh, maybe we turn it down here, Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hot. Yeah, it's really sensitive, isn't it? Can you hear me?
It sounds good over here. It doesn't sound like staticky.
Come on, geese on, you gotta geese on. Mama said you gotta come and get some, Gotta come on, get some, come and get some. I said it needs lyrics. Life's a dance, take a chance. You go to come and get some. Sweet romance, whatever floats your boat. Wait a minute, Dana, that didn't rhyme at all. Sweet Michelle. Michelle's in the middle of the song. Sweet romance, whatever floats your boat. That's Dougie-do. Come on, geese on, come on, geese on, come on, geese on. So it's a work in progress.
I like it.
I know, it's got a good...
I like that.
There needs to be a camera on you.
We'll get a camera.
His face, yeah.
His face and his
of your
gestures.
face expressions. It doesn't matter how you look. It would be fun.
Right, I'll work on the lyrics, but it's just I had that off. Let me have that for a second. Did you? This like it was, real musicians would know this, but like there's a G, right? That's like and then if you give a mistake, that makes it very that note. Come on, get some. Come and get some. Come and get some. Come Coleman, get. And then this one, gives that. And then this is a something seventh. So, anyway.
Is Dex is there?
Dex is here.
Hi,
Yes.
Julie.
Hi, Dex.
How are
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. It's just
I haven't seen him in so long.
I know. Next time you come out to LA, you have to visit us. We're all in West
Yeah,
Hollywood.
but I did see you in the rowing machine video. Thank you.
I
for that.
sent it
you
to
sent-
her for
thank
form,
you.
to
Oh,
teach her form.
for my form, and it really helped me.
I need to get back on the rower, but I lost 30 pounds with Weight Watchers in the rowing machine in the early part of
I
quarantine.
can't imagine that you would need to lose 30 pounds, but your dad, he put me on Weight Watchers. Do you remember that, Dana?
I did. You didn't
It
want.
wasn't like you didn't make me.
We didn't
but
make her.
we did it together.
Yes.
It's great.
I want to do a
Yeah.
bit while you're on the phone because I forgot to do it because I wanted to properly introduce Chris Rios because we kind of haven't really done it. So let's just do it right now.
Okay.
Here's the little edit.
What you doing, Dana Carvey?
Those are two 7-year-old girls, or a 7 and a 4-year-old. Can you hear what they're saying?
What you
what's-
doing, Dana
okay.
Carvey, right?
Yeah. So Chris Rios, just tell us a little bit. What do you do? And you, besides cutting my hair, where do you go at night?
Well, wait. Why don't you explain how this evolved?
Well, I just wanted to give her biography, and then you cut my hair, and then Chris,
Yeah.
as she was cutting my hair over the years, would always say, "You should do a podcast," and I would say, "Just boundaries, cut the hair," and so
Stop. You just stop. Just continue to cut.
just don't. But I was always intrigued by it, and Robert Smigel, one of my very good friends and the brilliant writer, he always, because we'd have these phone conversations where we do Lorne Michaels back and forth for 10 minutes. Dana, it's that thing, what Dana's going through, it's like, he's a late adopter. And it's like nobody really cares. It's like too disorganized. So we would do that. So he always wanted me to do a podcast, and he loved the first one. I said, will you listen to the second one? He goes, oh, now you're pushing. But he... So
Robert
then
Smigel. Robert Smigel.
Robert Smigel,
He
yeah.
liked
So
it.
he liked it. So and then over the years we played around with Dex had guested on some podcasts. I'd done Howard Stern and Conan, and got a lot of people going, "You should have your own podcast." And I go, "I'm too scared." How do you set up the microphone? So we built this studio in this house. Dex and Dave kind of chopped the wood and built the panels. We'll take a picture of this little room we have where it all happens. Hello, I'm Roger That for the BBC. Next week, we take a visit to the Fantastic with Dana Carvey podcast studio. Roger that, Roger that. That's another reoccurring thing I'm doing today. And so Chris kept saying that. And I asked my wife if she wanted to be the sidekick, and she said, "And you are?" No, I keep setting myself up. So then you were in Detroit, and Chris was there, and Chris, we would have these funny conversations. And so I said, "Do you want to do it?" And she said, "Don't push your luck." And I said, "Everything is a brum-pum." I say, "Don't push your luck. Give me a rim shot. Don't push your luck." So that's kind of how this began. So we just started 3 weeks ago. We're just doing it off the res. We don't have any corporate
Right.
overlords. We're just homemade studio. And that's how that happened. And I thought of something that made me laugh based on this subject. So it was because you're cut hair and you also do beauty products, or you do general skin stuff, or is it just hair?
All beauty, right, Chris?
All
It's like,
beauty. I'll do like how-to
any-
videos and what
And
I
is it
think
on?
about a
So-
product.
So okay, this is so on YouTube or what do they put in? Chris Rios Beauty, right? On
Chris
YouTube.
Rios Beauty, but I haven't uploaded a video in so long. But I have Instagram. Then I'll do.
Okay, just sorry. Hold on to the podcast. I'm just gonna make a note to myself. Encourage Chris to post consistent posting. Dana, she's got it. That's all this game is about. It's consistently. Michelle, would you shut up? No, sorry. But
No, I have a lot of videos up, and I
Lot of
will
videos.
continue to do them.
ChrisRios
Beauty.
Chris Rios Beauty, and you'll see that.
My Instagram or my
Instagram,
YouTube channel.
YouTube, bada
I
bing.
follow people on Twitter. I don't
Bada
really
boom.
comment on Twitter.
Yes. So when I thought I was going to introduce Chris to the audience, I decided to do to celebrate her introduction after 3 weeks. Who's a sidekick? Michael Caine as a barber. This was
My favorite.
specifically for you.
I know.
Okay. What I do is I cut hair. And people are strange. The man says, do I have a bald spot? What am I supposed to tell him? He wants bangs, but he doesn't have the bloody hair. And then they come in, they want a tapered fade and a cut. And I say, all right, I'll give pomade, gel, wax, and putty. And I put it in the hair. You get the pompadours and the quiffs and the comb over. You grow it long on one side, you wait, and you swoop it across. But most people don't know how to cut their bloody hair. They want a French crop, but they look like a bloody poodle, and that is not the way you want to look. And then they go for the instant fade or the undercut with the Caesar bangs. And I'm telling you, that is an ugly haircut. And I don't know why I talk like this. I have a head cold, I'm 90 years old, and go fuck yourself. He has the same catchphrase as Anthony Fauci. This is Dr. Anthony Fauci. If you're afraid of the vaccine, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
Will you explain the whole, Michael, how you used to tell me how you would start up here and then it would go down?
I used to do that wasn't my best, but I used to do that he would talk like this and then he'd go down like he's going down the stairs. But the key is, which I missed on that one, is to slow down and be very nice. I was a bit rushing. People come in and they want a fade cut. But I don't know what a bloody fade cut is. This one gentleman said, "Give me a faux hawk." What in bloody name is a faux hawk? And then they want a pixie. But they look like a French poodle. No, anyway. But yeah, he's a fun attitude to be in.
I like the pixie.
I like the undercut. Where did you go?
I
with
just
all
looked up phrases. Instead of a fade, let's do an undercut with the Caesar bangs. And next thing I know, Mitch McConnell's got a new haircut. So, all right. Well, we're going to call Larry Bubbles Brown. Julie,
Oh, say hi from me.
I will.
From you.
It's been a pleasure. You will be in our club. Those are really, really funny, and your memory was amazing. On my silly flying madness, there's much, much more of stories that we have. So, anyway, we tend to go too long, so I'm going to try to keep it moving.
Because we're having fun.
But thank you, Julie May. Do you want to promote anything? Your address or where you keep your valuables?
Should
Or
I plug Ryland's YouTube channel?
if you want to, it's up to you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so it's Ryland Kaplan, and with a K.
Spell it.
Ryland, is that how you promote a YouTube channel?
Yeah, just spell it though. Ryan, R-Y-A-N.
Ryland, Ryland.
Okay.
Ryland Kaplan,
How do you spell that?
Kaplan.
Spell it again. No, go
And
ahead.
then I don't know how you and he has a YouTube channel. He's cute. He's 9.
Ryan
That's funny.
Kaplan has a YouTube channel. Why did you wait until he was 9 to get him into show business? He's got to have a YouTube channel by 3. He's already behind. Michelle,
it's
he's behind. You
ridiculous.
can't wait till you're 9 anymore. You got to start him early. Michelle, no. Okay, well, that's cute. I'm going to look it up. It's all his tricks. He surfs. He does
Yeah, all
skateboard.
his tricks.
Yeah,
Flip,
he's
trampoline.
very, very cute kid.
Cute. Thank you. All right, this was fun. I can't wait to tell about the beer.
Oh, yeah,
story.
the bucket of beer. Yeah, but that was mostly kind of like a joke. That's
No, that was a joke. I'm talking about something else.
Oh, something else. Oh, about you hiding beers. Okay,
Yeah.
that'll
That
be a for our next podcast. All right. Well, thanks, Julie. Julie May, everybody.
Bye, Julie.
Julie
Bye, guys.
May.
Bye.
You're getting
Bye, Chris.
applause. Applause.
All right.
Julie May Kaplan.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. She was so mean. No, it's funny. Just these flights, you get so punchy and silly on
sure.
them, and just trying to make her laugh. Let's see. Should we just call Larry, and that'll
Should we
be
just call
probably a
Larry?
pretty good podcast. Mm-hmm. Told you.
Here, segue introduce Larry as Regis.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'll do one of these just as a note.
What you doing today in a Carvey?
Anyway, you ready for this? I'm having a good time here in heaven, and we're going to have a tremendous performer on, I understand. He's a terrific comedian named Larry Bubbles Brown. Can you believe that? Bubbles is his name. Some kind of moniker he got somewhere, I don't know. But let's bring him on and see if the kid can make us this. This is Larry Bubbles Brown with the joke of the week. I'm Regis Philbin, and go fuck yourself.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please hang up and redial.
That's perfect. I did not do that intentionally because it's too funny. I dyslexic much. I missed I shouldn't try to do Regis and at the same time. Okay.
Here we are again.
Love Regis. All due respect. He's my favorite. Had so much fun with him.
Data Ghana, you're having so much fun and people love you. There I was at the Shriners Club. Brokaw's got the best seat. Where's Regis? Where's Regis' seat? Come on.
Not do Brokaw.
This is Tom Brokaw, and Regis and I were at the Shriner Convention a minute ago. I know I've done this before, but I'm going to do it now because certain words, like I said.
I love your Brokaw.
Brokaw is a very fun voice. I just had a six-pack of Miller Light Beer because he doesn't do L's and R's. So he's saying Miller Light Beer, but I just had a six-pack of Miller Light Beer. So then I did him saying, where is the library in Spanish? Donde está la biblioteca?
Honest to God, you think he's going to have some kind of throat spittle or something with that? You can't keep it in your mouth, can you, kid?
Regis, from the bottom of my heart, go fuck yourself. It's become a runner. Michelle,
Everybody says it.
everybody says it. No, every character. Exact same catchphrase. Go fuck yourself. No, Michelle, not you. Michelle, honey, that's what Dana's doing as his characters today. Michelle, Dana, you might think of another catchphrase. Michelle's not the same. I mean, she's been in her room all day. Won't eat, won't come out. She gets a whiff of this podcast and just, I don't know, hypnotize her into something. Michelle, I do like cottage cheese. I've told you. Okay. Anyway, we'll talk later. All right, here we go. And here is the one and only, a longtime friend of mine, Larry Bubbles Brown, with the joke of the week. He's prepared this all week in secret.
Hello.
Is Larry Bubbles Brown there? I was introducing you as Regis Philbin. Are you kidding? This guy's got more jokes than a joke factory. I mean, he can pull them out of his hat, let me tell you.
How are you? How are you, Larry? So, Larry, I'll just set the table. This is Larry Bubbles Brown. If this is the first episode you're listening to, shame on you for not being sequential. They're too wild. They come in episode 5. They don't know the setups. Every show will interact with another show, folks. But Larry Bubbles Brown and I have known each other since the early 80s in San Francisco. And then when I came back and was up in Marin County near San Francisco for a number of years, Larry and I did a lot of road dates together. And Larry always had this running thing because we would show up, we'd drive in backstage to a gig. And then what would you say, Larry? There would be a guy... I'd open yeah, go ahead.
I did this for your cousin Frank, as I told him once. He thought it was hilarious, so we pulled into. We're going to the that big gig up in Santa Rosa, the Wells Fargo.
Yes.
Luther Burbank, and
there's backstage, and there's.
You're driving, and we pull into the parking lot, and the guy says, "Are you here for the show?" And I said, "We are the fucking show." Now give us a good spot, Squirt, or we'll jack you up against the fence.
Well, yeah, it was. So it was.
God.
It became a running gag. Are you with the show? We are the fucking show. You know. And then Larry did this thing of like jack him up against the wall and say, "Listen, Squirt." So it was, "Are you with the show? We are the fucking show." Jack him up against the wall and say, "Listen, Squirt." Right? That was your phrase. Let's hear you say it. Yeah. Can you say the whole rhythm? I want to hear you say it.
We are the fucking show. Now jack him up against the wall. Give us any more problems, Squirt, and you're out of your job.
Well, it's just so funny. It's so 1950s, right? Squirt. Who calls someone
1950s
squirt?
Or even 40s.
Jeez, jack him up against the wall. Listen, Squirt. Yeah, we would work
Then we
some.
go out in front of 2,000 people and pretend we're nice.
Pretend we're nice. Hey, thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. You still here, Squirt? Here's my keys. Get my car, Squirt. But the guy was so polite. Hey, excuse me, are you with the show? We are the fucking
We are the
show.
fucking show.
Yeah.
It's so rude.
Just use it in life, folks. Do you have a reservation? I am a walking reservation, motherfucker. Do you want your car wash? I am a car wash. What? Doesn't even have to make sense. Be there in a second. Yeah, we laughed so hard on these trips with Chip Carr, who is a car driver. Nicest.
Appropriately named Chip Carr.
I know. Yeah. His real name is Johnny Automobile, but he thought it was too obvious, so he changed it. It's strange. I'm actually Bill Comic, but I changed it to Dana Carvey. It's weird
Chip's
when
one
you're.
of the few drivers that I actually felt safe with, although he always, every time he makes a left turn, he puts his hand in the back for a tip.
Not really, but that made Larry laugh for like 3,000 hours. Puts his hand back for a tip. Tell us, Larry and I, we flew into Chicago and we had a crazy driver taking us from like, what's the town on the other side?
I can remember this vividly. It was October 9th.
Oh.
We flew into Chicago on a Tuesday.
Okay, we're right there. Let me do a little intersect right there because Larry has a freaky memory. So, does she tell you her birthday was yesterday?
Or the 15th, January 15th.
January 15th. You don't want to say the year, right? No. Can you think of anything in history of the last 60 years? Just say.
No, but I could, if you wanted to give me
Well,
the
I'll just
date,
give you a date.
the year she was born, I could tell her what day of the week it was. But if she does,
I'll just give you a date because this is how it works. Okay. December 9th, 1964.
December 9th, 1964 was a Wednesday.
Oh, my God.
And you can check it. Yeah. Wednesday.
Go check it, but make sure. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. October 4th. I'm trying to do a trick one. 1984.
October 4th, 84 was a Thursday.
He's Googling it. I'm kidding.
He's Googling it now. What is in the mind of Larry Bubbles Brown? Computer brain. So, okay, we're on the road. We get a crazy driver. And what happened?
Well, here's what happened. We stayed in Chicago. We were going to go to Milwaukee. That was the first show. But you said we got in late, so we stayed in Chicago.
Yes.
Wednesday, we got picked up by a normal guy that drove us to Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember the Milwaukee show, all the shows I've done with you, I literally got nothing on that show. And I think you came back and said it wasn't much better for you.
No, the guy backstage after we finished and played to the most quiet crowd ever in my life.
Oh my
He
God.
goes, "Well, that was a good show. They never laugh here, no matter who it
Yeah,
is."
they never laugh here. They're always like,
And I said, "What about Larry the cable guy with jokes like, I asked my mama what's for dinner. She said roadkill. I said what kind? She says I got to take a drive. Come and get some." These are just he'll like these ones. I drove to the Kitty Cat Club, not to see strippers, but because Mama forgot a G-string. Anyway, we did a lot of Rednecknecky. So then we do the gig from hell. We get a new driver to drive around Lake Michigan, and the guy was
around Lake Michigan to a place I think it was called Buffalo, Michigan.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
It was a huge Indian casino. So this guy picks us up, and he's driving really fast. And one point, he's 5 feet from a bumper doing 85.
Yes.
The whole way.
And we said,
remember
slow
we
down. We
stopped-
said, take it easy. But he kept doing it.
And do you remember we stopped? There was like this gigantic food court in the middle of these two interstates, and you were sitting there asking me, you wanted to call and get a new driver.
Yes.
You remember that? And,
Yeah.
but we stayed with this guy, and then as we pulled into Michigan, he got pulled over by the highway patrol
Yes.
for speeding. They gave him a warning. He didn't even get a ticket, and
Yeah, you meet
that
so
was
many.
pretty scary.
That was scary. You meet a lot of drivers. Yes?
Echoing.
Oh, are we echoing?
Don't worry about it. We turn it down in post.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Hello. So, Larry, yeah, so we did.
Then we did the show in Michigan, Buffalo, Michigan, which was great. And then we got the driver that took us to Chicago. That was one. You know, you don't like to talk, so this guy told stories the entire way.
Oh, yeah. And then we had this idea. You just wouldn't shut up. I mean, it was just nonstop. You ever go here, Mr. Carvey, and over there? And so we had an idea that he has a reputation for talking too much to his passengers. So back at headquarters, his boss would go, you're just going to drive him, aren't you, Johnny? You're not going to say anything, right, Johnny? No, I'm not going to say nothing. You're not going to say nothing. You're just going to drive the car. Don't ever talk unless they talk to you. Of course, boss, I won't. Cut to him. Hey, Mr. Carvey, you know, when I was a kid, I used to love going fishing with my dad. You know, yeah, that was.
You're not going to bring up the Joan Rivers story, right, Johnny?
Yeah, Joan. You don't talk about the people you drove to the other people you're driving now. Not Joan Rivers, not Tony Fields, not Red Skelton, nothing. And by the way, get a memory that's post 1960, okay? Johnny, you're fired. Go fuck yourself. So, Larry, since we've been here an hour 10, and you're our delight, but can we have, because you're going to be a reoccurrer, so can we have our joke of the week as we finish off our third
Joke of the
podcast?
week, yeah.
Joke of the week.
Okay.
Dex is ready. Joke of the week. Larry Bubbles Brown.
Regis, do Regis.
This is Regis Philbert, and we're setting up here a terrific young performer from San Francisco. He's a San Francisco treat. He's like the Herb Cain of the San Francisco Bay Area. The one and only Larry Bubbles Brown, who's written a special joke for Fantastic with Dana Carvey. Can you believe that? And here he is, Larry Brown with the joke of the week.
Hey, I read.
What? Okay, and go.
I read that 15% of Americans are dyslexic. I thought 15%. Wow, that's just over half.
Wow, that's amazing. There you go. Just say it just in plain. Break it down for a sec. I heard that
15% of Americans are dyslexic.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought 15%. Wow, that's just over half.
So are you dyslexic too?
That's the joke. I
Okay.
guess I'm dyslexic.
So you can't read. I got it.
I can't read.
It's like the football player who flunked math, and they were going to kick him off the team. So the coach brings him to the teacher, and the administrator said, "No, he can't play football. He's not smart enough. Well, give him a test." And the guy's, and the coach is there. Yeah, just give him a test. And he goes, 2 + 2. And the coach jumps in and goes, 5! The coach was an idiot too.
Because 2 + 2 is 4. Last time I checked, he says 5. This is a rough room. Can you believe it? That was a lot. You could drive a Mack truck to that pause, ladies and gentlemen. I can't even believe it.
Where is the rim shot for that?
5.
All right, Larry, we're going to wrap it up because I have low blood sugar. But my point, so we'll have you back next week with the, and then let's get some applause. Larry Bubbles Brown will be back next week with the joke of the week. Woo! All right, Larry, it's been a pleasure.
Great. We'll have 52 jokes by the end of the year.
And that's when we make a YouTube channel and get a lot of subscribers, and old Jed's a millionaire.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching, we win again. We are the show, motherfucker. For all you haters out there, keep hating. And you lovers, keep on loving. And if you're not a hater or a lover, you ain't living. Come and get some. Good night. Mic drop. Bye, Lair. Love you.
Bye,
Good
Larry.
night.
Bye-bye.